Meanwhile, the chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Olukoyede, has announced the dismissal of 2 EFCC officials for alleged involvement in corrupt practices as part of the Commission's ongoing reform efforts. Speaking at the annual Criminal Law Review Conference organized by the Rule of Law Development Foundation in Abuja, Olukoyede disclosed that the officials were dismissed 2 weeks ago due to their misconduct. He stressed that these actions reflect the EFCC's commitment to tackling corruption within its own ranks. Olukoyede further challenged Nigerians to come forward with any evidence of him accepting bribes.
In respect of the ongoing reforms in the capital market, in respect of trading in virtual assets, the Security and Exchange Commission is working with stakeholders to bring this sector that controls billions of dollars in transactions outside the financial system under regulation. This cannot be achieved without a buy-in and support of the lawyers and the judiciary as well. Very quickly, the reforms that are needed. At no point in our contemporary history have judicial officers been put through crucible and firing line as they have in recent past. This points in the direction that those who fight monsters can in the process become monsters themselves. No mega financial fraud, especially illicit financial flows, is possible, and I say it's possible without lawyers. The transfer of huge funds into offshore accounts, preferable in tax haven, are aided by lawyers. This is by virtue of the contemporary evidence I have. Facts and figures, statistics. If I have time, I will share some of them with you. Now, this transfer of huge funds into offshore accounts, preferable in tax haven, are aided by lawyers. The most traumatic discovery of the Efcc in recent years was the subjugation of national interest and well-being to personal interest by lawyers who aided briefcase foreign investors to fleece the nation in dubious transactions. Of course, you remember the case of P&I discount, Mambila Power Project, Sunrise. Most of these cases are in court, so these are empirical facts and evidence that we can present before you. While the EFCC has had cause to prosecute judicial officers and senior lawyers and earn conviction, my respect for the bench and senior members of the bar remains undiminished. However, based on the unique experiences of the EFCC in the prosecution of corruption cases, I'm particularly interested in systemic reforms in our justice delivery system that capture the following. Number one, the process for the discipline and regulation of judicial officers must be reviewed to reflect that we are actually in a deep shit and we need to get out of it as quickly as possible. The regulation and discipline of legal practitioners. Now, I say this because of what happens across the globe. For whatever EFCC does, we are quick to point at FBI, to point at NCA and other law enforcement agencies and compare us with them. And I tell you, these people we are comparing us with, we have had cause to work with them. They have had cause to carry out joint operations with us, and they have had cause to drop their hearts for our level of commitment and professionalism. For the first time in the history of the FCC, about 4 months ago, the director of FBI came visiting me for the first time.